to my channel. Just coming to talk to you guys really fast. Basically about Real Housewives. I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and mash up Salt Lake City and Potomac because both of the episodes didn't really have that much to, really get into. So instead of making two separate videos, I'm just gonna talk to you about both of them. That way I can go ahead and, catch up and then get over to Black and Crew Chicago. So let's go ahead and get into everything. If you're new to my channel, hey, what's up? Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Everybody else, drop it down in the comments. Tell me how you feel about the episode. Let's go ahead and start with Potomac first. Let's go ahead and do that. Basically, this episode of Potomac, we have Karen's, recommitment to Ray, their vow renewal, I guess it is. Is it a renewal? 25-year renewal, basically, or whatever. So we open up with Michael, Juan, Ashley, and Robin doing a double date because Ashley and Juan have been trying to, keep the sparks flying, stay dating each other and whatnot. And obviously we know Michael is low-key in love with Juan. So here they are together at last. And so basically the conversation, is with Ashley saying that, she loves the kids. She's glad having, two boys. Maybe she'll work for another one. They're talking about, being at Karen's renewal and Michael being there and how, his relationship with Chris, hopefully being able to fix it because Chris, was trying to be cordial, at least with Ashley at that, trip or whatever. So, Ashley's kind of singing, okay, Chris is trying maybe at this, wedding or whatever, him and Michael can, at least clear the deck, be, over it, right? Of course, Michael's like, he basically downplays Chris, call him nothing. We all know in the past, he's called him white trash, basically. He has something to say about Candace, she's a criminal. I don't like anybody who talks about my wife. And Robin's kind of like, all Michael really does, he comes off very, elitist or classist when it comes to Chris and Candace. And, old white men with money like him, that's what they do, okay? That's what they do. Ashley, is very much aware of his attitude and his entitlement and privileges. But she ain't ready to say nothing because at the end of the day, that's how she's getting paid. $25 on my dresser. You about to get paid. I don't know why that popped in my head. But nonetheless, that old man is her ticket and her mama ticket. So she's just going to, turn a blind eye. Just going to be looking just like this. Like, I ain't see nothing. But, Robin called it out, Michael's entitlement basically and talking about Chris. But, Ashley just kind of seemed like, okay, maybe there will be a chance that, they can reconcile. So then, they start talking about the kids, like I said, and she's like, well, speaking of kids, baby Dixon, what's happening? And they're just kind of like, it really was this weird, awkward moment of silence where they kind of like looked at each other and was kind of like, yeah, about that, the baby. We're working on it. They're building the house, the Dixon humble abode, the Dixon dwelling, as Robin called it. And they're trying to get through the house first before talking about the kid. And Ashley, she was talking about how, it's kind of rough with the baby because it's this age where it's diaper changing. It's, temper tantrums. It's, the little baby attitudes, like all of those type of things. And, and Robin's like, girl, I know because I've been there before, especially doing it by myself, talking about this baby. Ashley started getting into the real nitty-gritty questions with them. Well, have you talked about, the baby? Like, are you doing it now or after you build the house? Or, who's really going to be there taking care of the baby? Whatever. And Robin's kind of like, well, I'd consider doing the house, a baby. But I'm just really hoping this time, I won't be doing it by myself. And Juan kind of like rolled his eyes and was quiet and was like, what you mean? She was like, did you change your diaper? Of course I changed the diaper. Like, what do you mean? She was like looking at him like, yeah, nigga, okay, you changed the diaper, Juan. Okay. But basically at this point, what we're seeing is Robin and Juan stay surface level. They do not like digging into the real grit of their grit of their relationship and the real issues. Like, they just keep glazing over it so they can stay in this roommate ass relationship. They basically in entanglement in their own marriage. That's what's going on. So Robin kind of finished off the conversation just talking about, because Michael was like, well, y'all would get it together. People are having babies a lot older now. We can do it. And so Robin's like, oh, has anybody ever said that you are Baby Dean's granddad? Like, when you pick him up? And he was kind of like, no, not yet. I'm like, he sure do look like it. Michael looks like the Grim Reaper. He looked like death on Adderall. That's what Michael looked like. So then moving on, we see Karen and them preparing for the wedding and whatnot. Looks super beautiful. We see a scene where Candace is going to sign her distribution deal. She's walking up there with her mom. Her mom got rid of the little kinky twist on her head with that badass part. Boy, Candace, your mama make too much money to be looking like the way she was looking at that drive back, photo or video shoot. But nonetheless, they're up there together. Of course, Candace is like ready to have her moment, like super excited. They go in and she's crying and they're just basically talking to her about, what they're going to do going forward, music videos, social media. It's just a good moment for Candace. And I'm going to be real, like, in the beginning, I wasn't fucking with Candace, y'all. I really wasn't. I really was not. But I'm slowly coming around to Candace because whether you don't like that bitch or not, she is who she is. And I can respect that, right? And I'm starting to get to the point of understanding, like, Candace is not doing anything different than what previous housewives have done. Like, everybody's ragged on each other. Everybody's talked shit about each other. Like, Candace isn't doing anything different. The only problem is she's like, Candace is the Kenya of Potomac. We know Kenya ain't got no problem. When you go low, bitch, I go to hell. That's Candace, okay? And sometimes it works for her. Sometimes it don't. Sometimes it gets your head pulled off, but you just got to understand, Candace, if you're going to be that way, you just got to understand, like, everybody's not like that. Everybody can't handle if you want to swing low to the ground. They might pop your head, so might want to take up boxing lessons. I'm not saying it's right. Listen to me, Candace. I'm not saying it's right, but what I'm saying is, if you're going to talk the talk, just make sure you can follow it up with the walk the walk. That's all I'm saying. So they go in there, sign the thing, and, her music is good. Candace actually has, like, musical ability. She has musical ability. I'll say that. So, moving on, what else happened? Am I missing anything before they go to Karen's event? Oh, no. Robin and Juan. So Robin and Juan go to the warehouse. We know Robin has her embezzlement hats, aka embellished. And they go there to the warehouse because she's trying to expand, build her empire. And basically she's talking with Juan and it's like, okay, all right, I'm building my business. We're building the house. Naturally the next step is obviously you're talking about this baby. So we just need to talk about that baby. She was like, we just really need to discuss where's your effort going to be when this new baby comes around. And Juan is not here for this conversation. He never is there mentally to really dig into the fact that Robin was really hurt the fact that she had to do that shit alone. And he's like, I'm not doing this, Robin. I'm not doing this with you. Like, are we really going to talk about this? And he walks off. And so she's like, are you serious? Like, it's not even that deep, Juan. Like, are you for real? He's like, you keep bringing it up. You keep bringing that shit up like I was a bad dad. That was 13 years ago. I'm not the same man. And she's like, okay, we'll say that then. But, she keeps bringing it up, obviously, because it hurt her, or she's not satisfied with an apology from Juan. I genuinely don't think she ever got an apology from Juan, which is why she keeps bringing the shit up. I don't think she ever felt like Juan sufficiently recognized that she held that shit down. Just like Karen was looking at Ray like, where's my recognition for paying off your motherfucking IRS, money? Like, acknowledge me for holding you down. I think Robin wants that acknowledgement and just saying a thank you. Like, babe, thank you. Like, you did it. Like, you did the damn thing. Juan, I don't think, has ever given her that. And so that's why she keeps bringing it up. And then also, Juan, you can't be mad because that's the truth. That was her experience. Like, she raised 2 babies in a diaper, 18 months apart. You got a newborn and an 18-month-old running around here, potty training, like all this shit, and she did it by herself while you was out there playing basketball games and sticking your dick in every woman around the world. Nah, yeah. Okay? Like, Juan, like, that hurt her. And so you just gotta understand, if you keep saying, okay, you're not that man no more, then you need to prove it. But the thing is, also, I think Robin is concerned because I don't think Juan's helping out with Carter or King with Kane, whatever the other one's name is. Robin, I think, does not get help with the boys currently now, unless it has anything to do with sports. We saw how he looked at Robin like, get the boys up for school. And it was like, nigga, you up. You see her laying in the bed, like, why you not getting the boys up? So it's kind of like one of those situations where it's like, I don't think Robin would be concerned if Juan also was showing that he would take initiative with the kids, if he was maybe doing it with the 2 boys, but I don't think he is. So, Juan, if you don't like that, then show her otherwise. And then Robin, don't give this man a baby, because it's very obvious that you don't want one. And here's the truth. A baby in a situation that is already bad and stressful, a baby only maximizes or only multiplies or exaggerates the situation that you're in. So if you're in a good relationship, a baby could, make it better. It's honestly just all it does is put a magnifying glass on the cracks in the relationship. And we already see y'all foundation is busted. Okay, you and Juan's foundation is busted. Okay, Robin, listen to me. Busted. So to add a baby on top of that in this new house, trying to run embellish, he going out coaching, probably sticking his dick in other bitches already, and Robin knows it, but she's not going nowhere because she don't know how to live without Juan, and Juan knows if he leaves Robin, she ain't gonna make it. He stays with her out of guilt. He stays with her out of guilt and feeling indebted to her and her family. That's the truth. But I think Robin is aware that Juan does what he does, but she's okay with that. She's gonna Betty Wright this bitch. I'd rather have a piece of man than none at all. And I hope you don't give in to give this man a baby, because when the shit finally does explode and y'all's, relationship, finally runs its course, you're gonna be a single mom with 3 babies. Okay, Robin? But Juan, basically, he rolled that window up on her ass, okay? He said, I'm gonna roll this bitch up. And he rolled off. Juan does not be playing with Potomac. He did not be with the filming. Here's the question. The husband's coming to the reunion. Is Juan actually gonna show up? I am so glad Juan Dixon is not here. Is he showing up is the question. Is he showing up for you, Robin? Is he gonna do it? So we finally get to Karen's, renewal or whatever, and it's nice, it's pretty. The outside was a little industrial. They could have put like a flower arch outside, maybe a row of candles, like something that could have just didn't make it such a stark contrast from outside industrial to inside. Like, it could have been something that just made it flow a little bit easier, is what I'm trying to say. But nonetheless, everybody's inside. It looks beautiful. The stairs, everything's going, and people are showing up. And Candace was like, wait a minute, what? Like, who, where is this? Okay, she walked in, And everybody, Wendy showed up in her tight ass dress. Okay. Who else showed up? Mia and Gordon, of course, they showed up. And everybody's going in and, see that it's, ooh, okay, Karen. Okay, Karen. Karen's back there getting ready. Her son is walking her to Ray. Macy Gray is there, and she actually sings for them. But Ashley had on this good old flapper 60s, Gatsby dress kind of. Big ass titties that she got now full of milk that Michael's sucking on. Cause she the milkmaid. And everybody of course is questioning, okay, is Michael gonna be here? Michael's gonna be here, okay? Michael's gonna be here. Wendy and Giselle comes in with her dress. Giselle looks good, but had the damn sneakers on, okay? And she go up the damn stairs and everybody's walking around. And Giselle was mad that Wendy didn't say hi. It was like, and then Robin was like, oh, I guess Wendy's keeping it up. She still got an attitude about something. She still ain't mine, she's still trying to keep up whatever she's mad at me about. And it's like, Robin, you do remember that you already told Wendy that you wasn't fucking with her. You remember that? I remember that. Do you? You had everything to say about Wendy, like being annoyed with her, talking about, I can't stand Wendy. Like, I'm not even going to try with her. What's the point? I don't even need to talk to her. Like, if you feel that way, then why the hell are you mad that she didn't say hi? Because that would have been fake as hell. So I'm glad Wendy didn't, give in to Robin and Giselle, because for some reason they feel entitled to people like they feel entitled to people like going for them or whatever, or like bowing down to them in the sense of like giving in to being around them as friends or just in their circle trying to vie for their friendship. And Wendy ain't about that. So Karen, she goes up the stairs, looks beautiful. Goes up there, took forever. Everybody was waiting for her to tumble down them bitches. I will say that much. Everybody was waiting for her to just, like go on down. And they go up there. The dress is beautiful. Hair is beautiful. They, kiss, make up, talk about friendship. Giselle, of course, said, 25 years of friendship? Is that really what it is? Friendship? And it's like, bitch, at least she had somebody stay friends with her for that long. And it's like, Karen was like, Robin and Giselle, y'all might want to look. This is what real love looks like. And it's like, damn. Whew. Giselle gonna stay single and Robin gonna stay with a nigga who's gonna keep cheating on her and then come back to her while she stay at home taking care of his kids. That's a more shitty situation to me. I'd rather be Giselle than Robin. That's the question I want to know. Pick down in the comments. Other situations, would you rather be Giselle, single, or Robin in a relationship, taking care of a man's kids, coming home when he chooses, and fucking you when he please, and then leaving out? Like, that exact situation that she's in, which one would y'all choose? So Michael finally shows up. Everybody's sitting down, and Juan is like, man, let's try to dead this shit. Like, it's like we ain't trying to do this. Oh, Gordon and Michael end up meeting. Everybody of course meets and sits down and Mia, honestly, ain't nothing going on with Mia this episode, but nonetheless, Juan tries to get Michael and Chris to, dead this shit. And so Chris is like, Michael, I ain't really got a problem with you. Like, I'm just really trying to get over this. And Michael just starts going, I was just so disrespected. You've done so much to, attack me. The last time we were together, you put your hands on me and you need to apologize for that. And so Giselle was like, Chris, me and Michael have had our time and we were able to get over it. And, we've able to go forward. But then Michael low-key took a jab and was like, well, that's because, I can speak to intelligent people, and we can come up, with, a resolution at the end of it because, we're two very smart individuals. And it's like, what you trying to say, Michael? What you trying to say? And so then Chris is like, look, like, I understand we've had our issues in the past, but at this point, I'm trying to move forward. And Michael's like, well, I'm not, doing anything until you acknowledge what you did to me, buddy. And Robin's like, Michael, you can't sit there and act like you ain't never did nothing wrong. Like, you telling me you never did anything wrong? And Michael was kind of like, looking like, and they run the flashback, and of course, we see Michael tearing shit up, talking about everybody, basically saying he owned the place, Chris is trash, like all of that stuff. And so Candace basically was like, you know what, I can't. This is the whitest privilege. I need to get my ass up. And so what killed me was Michael kept trying to say, what did you say? Nigga, you heard her. Like, what? What did you say, Candace? What? You heard her. The whitest privilege. Doing messed up. You've been out here touching people booty holes, cheating on your wife. Now all of a sudden you want to have a moral compass with Chris, talking about he needs to apologize, but yet you ain't gonna sit there and, control your hands and your dick out there being in the community. You stay cheating on Ashley and you ain't apologized for that shit, have you? Okay. So Candace gets up. Juan somehow got Chris and Michael to resolute. Michael ended up hugging Juan. After that, Juan and Michael and them started talking about rings too at the table, talking about, he doesn't wear his ring or something like that. She's like, oh yeah, Michael doesn't wear his ring, and it's like, bitch, you might want to fix that. Like, ooh, bitch, you tripping. You better put a ring on that nigga finger. Juan, he don't wear his. We already know that situation. Like, at this point, Robin just be accepting whatever Juan give her. And it's honestly sad. That's tragic. But Juan hit Robin with my Uber's here. And it's like, what the, your Uber's here? So he's like, yeah, I gotta go to work. And she's like, work? And it's like, damn, Juan don't want nothing to do with Potomac. None of this. He don't want, because at the end of the day, it's for her to be on the Potomac, that means y'all gotta spill the tea. Y'all gotta start telling y'all story. Juan don't want that story to be told because he knows how it is. Period. But nonetheless, he rolls out. Michael and them stay. Chris gets mad at Candace because he's telling her, like, you ain't gotta say shit like that all the time. Like, you just gotta understand. And she's like, no, because everybody's gonna bow down to Michael, and I'm not gonna do it. Everybody's bowing down to Michael. I'm gonna say what I gotta say. And he was like, Candace, listen. And all I think Chris is saying is like, you can feel a certain way, but it doesn't mean every single time you gotta be the one that had the last word. And Candace suffers from that. She suffers from wanting to have the last word and constantly have to battle somebody. And it's like, Candace, we get it. Like, we understand. But just because just because you don't keep arguing with somebody doesn't mean you lost the battle. And I think Candace hasn't understood that yet. Just because you don't go back and forth with somebody doesn't mean you lost the battle. Right? So she gets mad. You're not going to talk to me like this. Okay, I'm walking away. And I just think Chris wants less conflict. He does not do the conflict. That's it. But end of the episode, wasn't too much happening with nobody. Giselle was talking to a little young thing. I guess basically all she was doing was hopping on the dick and doing a full split. She needed the dust knocked off of that coochie, okay? So she got her little young tenderoni, to hit her from the bike every now and again. But they not together no more. That's okay, Giselle. You at that age where it's just like, man, come by when I want you over here. We take vacation. We go on little dates. And after that, I'm going to send you on your little merry way. That's what that's going to be. Robin and Dixon finally moved into the house. Giselle's no longer with old dude. Karen and Ray, still good. Mia, I think they're building a house or something like that. Candace and Chris, she signed her distribution deal. Ashley is working on Darby number 3 so she can continue to get those paydays. That's what that is. Paydays. And then that was it. That was Real Housewives of Potomac, y'all. So y'all tell me how you feel about them. Feel about Juan, not wearing his wedding ring and bouncing out on Robin through an Uber. How do you guys feel about Chris making up with Michael? Do y'all feel like it was, premature, or he shouldn't have did it? Or was it good just to like be in a, and just like a cordial place, basically. Yeah, so let's go ahead and move on to, do I want to do Salt Lake City? I know I said I was going to. You know what, y'all? I'm just gonna go ahead and do 2 separate videos. So I will catch y'all later. Instagram, Twitter, make sure to follow those. I will be right back for Salt Lake City, y'all. Bye.